Oh my god. Okay. Hi everybody. Yeah. Welcome. What are we calling this? Up the boards? Tyler,
Yeah,
what the fuck are we calling this again?
up the boards.
Up the boards. Okay.
Boards.
Up the boards, up yours, whatever, man. I'm Yusuf.
I'm Parse.
I'm Tyler.
So, the
Oh,
NHL playoff. This is so fucked. The NHL playoffs are going on. The NHL playoffs are a thing finally. We've waited fucking, what has it been, like 60 years for these things to go down?
It's more like 80, but
80, yeah. And honestly, it has been a fucking banger from day one, man.
Oh, dude, it's been
Oh
great.
my god, it's been so this might be the best opening stretch of playoff hockey we've had in years.
All
And I love it.
Let's
Yeah.
recap it off. What's going on?
All right, so where do we start? Do we start with the multiple overtime games of Bruins and Washington?
I think that's the right place to start.
Yeah, okay. So day one of the playoffs, what better way to start than the Boston Bruins trying to murder Tom Wilson and the Washington Capitals?
And of
Right.
course, the most beautiful part of all this is, first period, you got Vitek Vanacek gets hurt.
Yeah, oh,
And
yeah.
the goddamn
Craig
legend.
Anderson, the GOAT, the Ottawa King, the man that almost got him to the Stanley Cup final in 2017. The King has returned to his throne at like
The young-
40-something years
yeah,
old.
the young 39-year-old.
30.
Let's not mention that we told you guys before the season even started. Washington's gonna be in. Boston's gonna be in. We're gonna see.
Oh
that.
yeah, we got to
All
talk
right,
about that. The fact that
and we
Tyler said
already
that
got the
Washington was.
fire.
All right. You
Yeah.
know what? Bold. That was my bold take. You said give me a bold one. I
It's
gave you a
okay.
bold
It's
one.
okay. I was looking back at that episode we did, and I had said Buffalo was gonna do well. Man, was I wrong?
At least,
Oh,
dude,
wow.
honestly, to be fair, my chances of that were higher than me saying like Tom Wilson won't get
That's
suspended
true.
because he
Yeah.
did get suspended. And
Yeah.
he should have been
So,
the second time, but we're
there's
not going
that.
to get into that.
But Bruins Washington game one, which was last Saturday, was a banger that went to overtime. Washington won it. TJ Oshie with the actually I don't think it was TJ Oshie in the end. I think it was
Was
a
it
redirect or
Larkin?
someone else. Someone.
Eller?
Regardless, redirect won it. The next day we have the Pittsburgh New York Islanders series, which went to overtime. Tristan Jarry playing out of his mind that game,
As he does.
as he does, and very hard fought series. Kyle Palmieri with 2 goals and including the overtime winner, and a beautiful snipe from the right side of the net. Just gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Nick Dowd scored the game 1 winner, so that's how
Thank
that
you.
went.
That's how, yeah. Who? And then what was my favorite game so far of the playoffs? Vegas and Minnesota.
Oh my, yeah, that was
And
awesome.
just Cam Talbot and Marc-Andre Fleury just balling the fuck. It was like, I did not expect a goaltender to do a lot of that series. And it was brilliant. Game 0-0 the entire way. Constant chances everywhere in that game. Mark Stone had a beautiful deke on 4 Minnesota players and could not get it in because Cam Talbot was just being that good.
Yes,
Minnesota.
Cam the fucking man, dude.
Oh god! And then Minnesota wins that game in overtime, and everyone's like, "Holy shit!" I'm like, "What can be better than this?" The fucking Battle of Florida.
Oh my god.
The Battle of Florida.
I did not think that series was going to be this good, and I want more.
Is that game still going on?
I think
Dude,
so.
it's tied at 5-5.
No, Florida won in overtime. Let's go. Let's
Overtime.
go.
Oh my god!
So now it's 2-1 in the series.
Oh Jesus!
One, but now Florida's on the board. This
Dude.
could be.
Can we
Well,
and let's
It's
talk about
almost
this?
like, let's not get into the $18 million
This
thing. I'm gonna get so angry.
this game, this Florida game, the game 3, like the game that just finished. The Panthers were up 2-0. The Lightning just were the Lightning, and then the next thing you know, it's 5-3 for Tampa,
Yeah,
and then
they
Florida
scored.
ties it up. Oh my god!
The Lightning did the Lightning and cheated with $18 million over their salary cap.
Yeah, $100 million.
And scored 3 goals magically, and people were like, "Oh my god!"
Oh my god, we didn't know they were good. Really, you didn't know the defending Stanley Cup champions were going to be good?
Who were cheating are good.
But so we have that. The Battle of Florida series has been
Phenomenal. I love
stupidly
it.
phenomenal.
And every game's been good. Like I
Yeah, and every
it was
game's been
two,
good.
dude, all of them
That's
have been great.
the one thing I've loved about these playoffs so far, except for the Carolina Nashville series, every game has been close.
Yep.
It's not even like holy shit.
And Pittsburgh just took,
Toronto and
Pittsburgh just took a lead.
Montreal.
Pittsburgh lost.
They won. They took the lead.
Oh damn it. Okay.
I know. I knew.
Toronto and Montreal's tied at 1, and we're going into period number 3.
I know.
We're 5 minutes into the third. Montreal's got a power play. The Toronto game's going on right now.
And then
But
Vegas, Minnesota just started.
oh dear God. Yeah, honestly, like I was itching ready for the playoffs to start, and man, it has delivered. Like
Hugely.
these teams know what's at stake, man.
Oh yeah.
And despite, going into it, everyone talking about like, oh yeah, these matchups are like, yeah, this team's the favorite, this team's the favorite. It's like, I don't know anymore.
This is actually how I fell in love with hockey in the beginning, watching a playoff series where it didn't matter what seed you were, it was just competitive.
It was competitive, yeah.
It was cutting
It's the beauty
edge.
of the game.
This is what made me really love hockey. So it's great to see it back in full swing.
We have that.
Right.
Boston, Washington went to overtime in game 2, and then they went to overtime and 3. They went into double overtime in game 3. By the way, Taylor Hall, that fucking spin goal. Holy shit.
That was a nice goal.
Isn't it amazing what you can do with a good player like Taylor Hall if you just put him around a good team?
It's sad because like we knew he was good, league MVP, and then like literally he got on Buffalo for 1 year, and then me and Yusuf were questioning, is he actually talented? Then he goes to Boston, and it's like, oh yeah, he is.
And then he goes to Boston. He's like, what, 3 goals in his first 4 games as a Bruin?
Yeah,
it's like, oh yeah.
6 weeks ago, me and Yusuf were like, I don't know, he might be a scrub. No,
literally, we were having this discussion one night on one of our episodes of fucking this shit. And Tyler's like, I don't know about Taylor Hall. And I'm like, look, I've had faith in Taylor since he got drafted, but now I don't have faith in Taylor. And then he went to the Bruins, and we were like, okay, he is that good.
The dude is balling out. He's getting paid. He's loving what he does. And like you said, I mean, what could have been if he was on a good team? But wait, he kind of was.
What, the Oilers? Or the Coyotes?
The Coyotes.
Yeah.
The Coyotes could have been so good, eh?
I know. I don't
so
know
like when it comes down to it, maybe he just didn't like the environment. He's in an environment that he likes, and I'm sure he likes those guys because they're a bunch of rough.
Oh yeah. Oh, and they've been showing that they're rough. Jesus.
So,
God,
absolutely.
The Washington, like every series has its defining characteristic.
Sure,
Washington and Boston has just been speed.
Yeah, we talked about that one. We talked about Penguins Islanders.
Vegas and Minnesota has been a goaltending fucking duel to the death, basically.
Colorado Blues.
Colorado. So I don't know if y'all watched yesterday's Colorado game when Nathan McKinnon decided to get a hat trick for fun.
Yeah, I know. And Binnington keeps trying to fight people for no reason.
Dude, fucking Jordan Binnington. What the fuck, man?
Yeah, Richmond Hellboy.
Richmond Hellboy.
He's got to just chill. He's trying to be a little cocky. I
love that video from, I think it was game 1, where he started skating up to a linesman, staring Philip Grubauer in the eyes, being like, I want to fight him. I want to fight him. And the ref is like, no, Jordan, you're not fighting this man.
All I'm going to say is Grubauer kicked his ass. All I'm going to say is Grubauer probably had his number.
Oh, yeah, probably. Like that's, I think that's the thing with a lot of goalies, especially like now people are finding this more about Jordan Binnington because he doesn't normally speak like ever. Kid's a hothead. I think we're starting to understand this more.
Oh, yeah.
Does St. Louis still have faith in him? Yeah, he's still a good goalie. He's just a bit of a hothead. That's all it really is.
Teams are going to start using that, though.
Early in his career.
Yeah, that's the problem is teams are just going to start using that. And
Colorado get the ring. Like, what else is there to prove, right?
Yeah, exactly. Fucking his first actual year in the NHL, he gets a
crazy having
ring,
a good
man.
time. He's already done everything, all the work.
Matt Murray has 2 rings, man.
That's true. Matt Murray is technically the only goalie, I think, in history to have ever won 2 Stanley Cups as a rookie.
Yep.
Wow.
Technically.
Yep.
Well, if he wants he wants to get it, then Binnington needs to just focus up. But I think
he does. I think, and the thing is, though, going back to what I was saying about how, for the most part, these series have been like fairly close, with like the exception of a few, Nashville, Carolina being one of them. I think this is definitely the other. In that, no offense to St. Louis, I think they're still a solid team. They're not what they were 2 years ago when they won the
Colorado
Cup.
Has a lot of
Colorado has a lot of firepower on that team. They are a very, very dangerous team.
Oh, yeah.
And this is something I want to get to now. Is yesterday during that game, there was a hit on Justin Falk, side of the head, by good old Nazem Kadri.
Yusuf's favorite player.
One of my favorite players. I do love Naz. He's great. But so Falk's out. I don't know if he's playing the rest of the series. Kadri got ejected from the game. Where have we heard this before? Oh, yeah, right. The 2018 and 19 playoffs when he was with the Leafs against the Bruins. He has a hearing with the Department of Player Safety. I think he's going to be out the whole series. I think they're going to suspend him the whole series this time.
Oh yeah, I think they are.
No. Repeat offender, that hit did not look pretty.
I mean, hey, apparently a repeat offender means nothing to the player safety offense.
That's true.
It really didn't look that bad. I mean,
It's not that it didn't look bad. I think just the impact of it looked bad.
He came across the ice. Shooter didn't see him. By the time Shooter did see him, he lifted his head up. He was already bringing in his elbow.
Yeah, it was like forearm right into the side of Falk's head right there. Yeah, so
just laid him out.
Yeah, pretty much. So it's like
now I think it's a little bit of LeBron school of acting after, but yeah,
nothing beats the LeBron school of acting. That man has a PhD in acting. PhD. Okay, LeBron James is something else. But
I mean, he's starring in Space Jam, so he definitely knows how to.
That's true. He is in Space Jam too. But I think the thing is,
when you look at it in slow motion, it looks way worse though. Can't even.
Yeah. See, there you go.
Dude, slow motion makes everything look worse. Or more.
That's what I'm saying. Slow motion makes everything look worse.
Dude, it's like you can watch any play in hockey and you can put it in slow motion, any questionable call, anything, and you can be like, oh, see clearly is dead. But like, dude, when you're a ref and like it's going full speed, you got to make the call you see.
Yeah, exactly. Call what you see on the ice.
The Colorado coach hanging his head like, not again, bro.
It is like this is what the Leafs warned us about. This is why they traded you, Kadri. This is why they traded you. And now Leafs fans are like, we won the Kadri trade. Tyson Barrie plays for Edmonton now. You didn't win shit.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
But I think the thing to quickly talk about here with the Colorado issue is, it was something my dad actually asked earlier because him and I were talking about it briefly. Normally when you have a player like Nazem Kadri out, it makes a big difference to certain teams. See the Leafs. Had Kadri not gotten suspended in 2019, I think the Leafs could have actually won that series against Boston.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Shut up. Stop, Tyler. But for a team like Colorado, who, granted, are not the Leafs, they are, if anything, better than the Leafs. If anything, they are. This Colorado team is ridiculous from top to bottom. Stacked is an understatement.
Is that the Leafs play to their competition?
The Leafs play to their competition. Colorado is the competition.
So if they play Colorado, you can bet they're going to put up a fight. But right now, they got to first get rid of Montreal, and they are definitely playing their competition right now.
Yeah, this game is very tight. Montreal just got another power play too.
If you guys are watching it at home, it just looks very sloppy.
This has been a very interesting game. I think the Tavares hit definitely shook things up.
All I'm gonna say is after last night, I'm pretty confident who I think is gonna win the North.
Yeah.
Winnipeg?
Yeah.
Yes. Because I wasn't here for my
I warned Anton. I fucking warned Anton about this, and Anton's like, I think the Leafs can beat Winnipeg. Are you sure?
Do you want me to run through my predictions? I wasn't here for when you all did predictions. You want me to give them to you?
We actually never ended up doing them because we were just bored. Yeah.
Because we did them separate from it.
Yeah, we did separate. We never got to do it. We weren't able to do them on the show yet.
I remember you were here when we were going through it.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
This is before the halfway through the season.
And then time just skipped. All of a sudden, it was May. Who knew?
Doesn't matter. Yeah, Winnipeg, man. I'm telling you, they're going to win the North. They're going to win the North.
Man.
Dude, they won without two of their best players last night.
I know.
Look at what they're playing.
Yeah, and McDavid didn't have a shot until 44 minutes into the game.
They don't play defense.
Yeah, they don't play defense. They try.
They're trying.
The Edmonton definition of defense is, look, Zach Castian, go punch him.
Dude.
I think Tyler is 77% likely to be right because, again, it's not like the Leafs play defense any much better. But, I'm just skeptical because, again, they could implode like they did that one year with Vegas left, right? So they could just implode and give up.
They could, it could be 2018
just
all over.
Wait till McDavid heats up. All of a sudden, it's like 7-2.
That's my fear is if McDavid, because what I know people talked about this during the regular season in a 3-game stretch with the Leafs, they managed to hold McDavid off the score sheet all 3 games.
Yeah.
He then followed it up his next 15 games with 20-something points.
Yeah,
he
does that.
It's
kind of it. He's man,
absolutely
fucking terrifying that kid is.
All I'm gonna say is the Winnipeg Connor Hellebucks are gonna be all right.
I mean, you're not wrong though. If anything's going to save that team, it's got to be Connor Hellebuck.
Correct, bro.
That dude's a fucking monster.
And if
He's
he
incredible.
if Winnipeg gets out of this series,
no, they will.
I
just think it's going to be in 6 instead of 4, like what he's predicting.
No, I don't have him in 4.
Yeah, he hasn't been 3. Come on.
I haven't even given a number yet. I was gonna say I'll at least give it 5 or 6 because you got to.
I'd say 6. I'd say 6. The problem
6 is probably safe.
I'd say 6 because there's this thing called Connor McDavid. That's
exactly.
It's literally just because Connor McDavid.
I think before the series started, we thought this was going 7.
We'll see. Honestly, based on the way the Leafs and Montreal is playing, I think this might go to 7.
I think that's going 7 too because the Leafs have cold feet.
I mean, dude, I sent Yusuf a video of Price in practice today.
Oh, damn! He let in a goal.
It wasn't even that. It was like a pretty weak shot.
Yeah, it was a weak shot. He let it in and broke his stick. He smashed it against the net.
Yeah, just so angry.
Out of anger, like Carey, come on, man.
I literally texted Yusuf like, "Oh, tonight's gonna be interesting."
Yeah, tonight's been interesting so far, but no, like.
Unleashes his true power, like Naruto.
But that's one thing. I think
Minnesota's winning, by the way.
I don't want to start the conversation too early, but should we be worried about Vegas? Should we be?
Here's my thing. I have Colorado winning this year. You know that. Tyler knows that. Both of you know that. Anton knows that. I have Colorado winning.
Shut up about that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I
actually put. By the way,
shut the fuck up. I actually put money on it this year. That's the thing. Like that's how. Fucking.
Wait, you put money on it?
Parse knows how fucking stupid confident I get if I put money on something.
Oh my god, I'm rooting for literally all other 15 teams now. I want Yusuf to lose money.
Fingers crossed. Look, as far as I know, they'll make quick work of St. Louis.
Shit, I'm far as I know. Minnesota, just see what happens.
Dude, should we start worrying about Vegas? You guys they're not gonna make it out.
I mean, honestly,
here's the thing. Here's the problem. No. Here's the thing. Minnesota is proving 2 things right now. Number 1, that Cam Talbot has his days. He can be a very good goalie. Everyone knew that, but people forgot because Cam Talbot is Cam Talbot.
No, he went to Edmonton, and Edmonton doesn't believe in defense.
Right. Yes, I forgot about that. The Edmonton Talbots. Yeah, he was also in Calgary. The only legitimate, not legitimate, like I don't want to shit on Minnesota because they're such a good team this year, man. Vegas is another one of those teams that from top to bottom, considering that they are a team mainly made of misfit players, is unbelievably good. Like it's like I made the joke to a buddy of mine. I made the joke to my dad. Whoever the fucking scouting department is for that team, they deserve some kind of medal for putting together this literal team of just ragtag players that are either like young or thought to have seen the prime of their career washed up and just decimating the league. Yeah. Like, damn.
But regular season means absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that's the thing is the regular season does. That's the thing though, right? Is Minnesota had a pretty good lead over Vegas in the regular season.
They did for a little bit.
Right? So Minnesota does have their number to a point. The only reason I say Vegas is going to be a threat this year, other than the fact that the team looks very good, regardless of the fact that they're down right now 1-0, is the fact that they still look very good on the ice.
Well, the other thing is
Fleury
looks like he's in his 20s again.
And so that's the thing. That's my point. Is Marc-Andre Fleury looks like 2008 Marc-Andre Fleury.
He turns the clock back.
He did. Like, yeah, and he plays. He's like the his movements, his flexibility, everything. He doesn't look he's not playing like his age.
Dude, once again, because as we talked about before, why does Price get all the love? Like, dude, Flower deserves some love.
I don't think it's not that I think Price is a terrible goalie. I just think he's been severely overrated for so long.
No, he is and still is.
Yeah,
unspoken Fleury is. It's because his character. He's just not a guy you like.
Yeah,
dude, he's awesome. I think he's great.
I think a lot of it is because he played. A lot of it is because he played for a lot. Who, Fleury or Price?
Fleury's a little cocky.
Who doesn't like Price?
I think Price is a little overrated, as does Yusuf.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that guy. That guy.
Clearly didn't have the Wheaties this morning because he's.
I mean, look, I don't think I have respect for Carey Price.
absolutely. Same.
Overrated though, yeah, because he's been hyped up as this like god. And don't get me wrong, he can't. He has his days when he goes like full god mode. But everything else besides that,
he is not a $10 million man.
No.
Okay, well, the pay scale at Montreal. I mean, they're paying him just because every single Canadian in the place will go bananas if this guy was to leave.
Well,
So
hold on.
Yeah, but
Parse, who is your favorite? Who would you say is the best goalie in the league
right now,
best goalie in the league? I made Yusuf answer this question before.
Spencer Knight.
I made Yusuf answer this question. He wasn't in when I asked you the question.
I know.
Yeah.
Let me just drink my coffee.
It's Vasilevsky.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's the answer.
There's no debate this year. It's Vasilevsky or this year. It's Vasi or Fleury.
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess so.
Yeah, and
Because
like,
you gotta like now
so-
Vasilevsky. I think you have to get credit to the fact that his defensive lines, Tampa, are just.
It's part of that.
Inhuman.
it's like they're cheating or something.
I know.
I don't know.
Cheating. Who would ever do such a
But
thing?
if we call him the best and he's getting $9.5 million, like that's my problem with Price. I don't think he's bad. I just think he's way overpaid.
He's
Oh,
$2 million. He's $2 million overpaid. I'll give you that.
2 to 3.
No, I'd say 2. Price
Dude, he's a
should
franchise
be
player.
getting. He is the franchise
gotta
player
get
for that
paid.
team.
Jonathan Quick has 2 cups. He's 6.5. All I'm gonna
He's
say
not
is,
franchise player.
dude,
Dowdy is.
he's got 2 cups. How many does freaking has Price have?
Bro.
You can't
Okay,
pay a guy off no
You
success.
understand what I'm saying, though, right?
I
You
know what
understand
you're saying, but like,
So
he
you
hasn't.
gotta give the fans what they
Chaos.
want.
dude, I understand that, but you got to win cups. If you're giving this guy 10 mil and he's not putting out numbers that say 10 mil, what the hell are you doing? It's not about regular season. It's not about selling jerseys. The goal is to win Stanley Cups.
Let us know in the comments what you think. You know,
Yeah,
franchise player,
help
do they
us.
deserve to get paid if they don't bring cups? Or, I mean, you're a franchise player before you bring the cup. I mean, look.
Oh,
at
I mean,
that.
absolutely. I'm not saying you're not, but I'm saying he's not putting up any numbers to justify $10 million.
I
Not
understand.
recently.
I
Dude,
understand.
Jake
Not
Allen
recently.
has better numbers than him.
That's disrespectful, but okay.
Dude, he does right now. This
And the
season
thing,
has
the
better
thing, the
numbers.
thing is though, is you pay for
I'm
what
telling you a fact,
you
man. You
pay
can't
for
get
what
upset
you're
about that.
you pay for what you're assuming you're getting, right? Like,
No. That's not always true, Yusuf. Sometimes you pay to keep. Sometimes
oh,
you
I
pay
get
to
no. I know. Sometimes you pay to keep.
No, you look
I
at
know
Pecorine.
sometimes they pay.
You know, they paid to keep him.
That's fair. I'll give you that one. That was. I'm not saying that wasn't a mistake. That was a mistake.
Yeah. There are
Price
things.
and Bobrovsky are in my same realm. Like I like both of them. I think they both have a lot of talent. I just do
Yeah.
not think either of them are worth 10 mil a pop.
Bobrovsky is one of those crazy cases where, like, how
For reference,
like-
Hank was the franchise guy.
yeah,
Never won the cup.
never won a cup.
8
No.
mil. That seems a little
That's-
fitting for him.
Yeah,
As you
yeah.
$2 million
But here's the
No.
difference between Henrik and Price. Price got these gold medals and all that. You know what I'm saying? He's Mr. Canada when he walks into the Canadian
But then,
team.
but once
So you
again,
gotta pay him tax.
it's
Just
it's
to
Tom
just to
Brady
let
for-
you know though, just to make you realize, by the way, he only has technically, I mean, 2 of them, yes, but one of them he was the backup because fucking Roberto Luongo was the starter for the other.
Absolutely.
Let's not talk about
Gotta
the
remember that.
2010.
No, we will talk about 20. I just have fucking hashtag justice for Roberto Luongo, okay? God damn it. Put some
all I'm gonna
respect
say
on
is-
that man's name.
Tom Brady took a pay cut. Tom Brady can have all the players he wants around him.
Carey Price, you know, for a fact, isn't even 25% of Tom Brady. Okay,
But my point being, if you take
Tom-
that much money,
It's different.
you can't have other players, man.
Bro, what Tom makes in a season is what Price wishes.
But my
he
point
made
being,
this
no
season, bro.
percentage of salary.
but you
cap,
have to-
dude.
but you have to think of
Percentage
it-
salary cap.
I get where both of you are going, but Tyler has a very good point here because the NHL runs on a hard cap, right?
Yes.
You only have the 81.5 to spend. Price takes up how much of it is now?
10.
10%.
Maybe 15%, 12.
Yeah,
13%.
Carey by himself is 10% of that salary cap.
Well, somewhere in there.
If it was at 100, it'd be 10%. But let's say for argument's sake, it's like 17 or it's like 16%, just because like 10 doesn't go into 81 evenly. So
But my point being, like, you got less money to spend on other stuff. So it's like, he could be upset about, like, man, we don't have enough defensemen. Well, dude, if you didn't fucking take $10 million,
Yeah, but that's also, I mean, that's true. That's also on management to sort of look at that and be like, what do we do here? For example, they'll like, look, I get people criticize Kyle Dubas. I get it, right? Just because he's like 14 years old and drinks out of a sippy cup, I get it. Okay, but
he is 14 years old and does drink it. He absolutely uses a sippy
probably
cup.
does use a
I
sippy
can see
cup.
him at his desk trying not to
does
spill.
use a sippy cup. But the fact that Dubas, with some might call it a handicap of having four of your four top players being signed to a combined $41 million per year, and still managing to get, some really good depth players at cheap.
Oh yeah,
that's a good thing. Montreal needs to kind of do that.
No.
What do you mean, no?
This is one thing I will agree with Tyler on. I do think that Price needs to.
Oh, Montreal's up 2-1.
Mainly because
maybe Price doesn't need to anymore. They're up 2-1.
Yeah, maybe forget everything we just said. We're retconning it all.
If we're talking about Price's legacy, it's better for him to hang it up now and just be known as that guy that was crazy in the Olympics. Because the more he plays, the more there's more the stats start to show that maybe he wasn't all that great.
No, I see. This is the thing. I really liked Price when he came to the league. I loved Price for like the first 5 years in the league. I thought he was hot shit.
He is still very
good. The problem is, once again, he took a lot of money, and his injuries haven't been kind to him.
Right?
No,
and that's
and
just not worth him now.
Like 4 other million Montreal people are all just saying we need a cup. We need proof and validation that you were amazing by bringing us a Stanley Cup.
So this is the other thing. He is the 32nd best goalie in goals against average this year.
Ouch.
Did you say 32nd?
Yes.
You're not giving me a lot of points to fight here.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you, dude. I put a lot of thought into this. This man was my idol for like a solid couple years.
Yeah.
Like, upset, dude. This guy was my hero, and it's like, dude, he's not even in the top 50 in save percentage.
It's just that his numbers aren't what they used to be.
No, so his save
that's the thing. Like age and injuries are catching up to Carey.
He is 56 in save percent or 59 in save percentage.
The thing I start to realize though with Carey Price is maybe he, looking at it now, because he's been here 15 years.
He's 33, I believe.
So I'm pretty sure 15 because he got drafted at 18. He was in the 04 or 05 draft.
I think he's 05.
He was Crosby's draft here, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So
the 05
draft year. He's 5th overall.
Yeah, 5th. Oh my God, really? Damn. Yeah. So the 05 draft year. So he's been here a long time now, right? And the furthest Montreal has gone since Carey showed up was, if I'm not mistaken, the East Finals in 2014.
Yeah, and Chris Kreider killed him.
Yeah, I know.
Damn,
yeah.
And happens.
What's funny is I saw a video earlier today talking about that, being like, oh, had Carey not gotten hurt, they would have won that series. I'm like, yeah, they could have, but LA still would have murdered them.
Also, Dustin Tokarski balled the fuck out. We can't. The Rangers, for some reason, it's like Dustin Tokarski is against us. We're not winning. Like,
it's like, man, good old Dustin Tokarski, huh? What a name.
That's a stud.
Like, Carey, the one thing. So when my dad and I, because my dad like the whole day has been like getting really hyped for this, and like Tyler, you've never met my dad, but he's not like the biggest sports guy, but recently he's like starting to get into it more. He'll like watch games without me. It's incredible. I never thought this day would come, honestly.
I feel like you're really proud.
I feel like
you feel like the father,
dude.
Like I feel like you sit there
Parse knows because Parse is basically my brother at this point. Like he knows. Parse knows this. He's seen this.
Bro, it's like when you cook something for your mom and she actually genuinely likes it. It's that.
Yeah, it's the greatest feeling.
See, I grew up the opposite. 'Cause I wasn't a huge sports fan, and then like meanwhile, my dad would be out back burning his Jets jerseys. Like, fucking didn't do it again. Like, dude, literally, we had the fire department show up at our house because he was burning shit in the backyard. This man has burned jerseys. Like,
that'll be me as a parent, probably.
Yeah. That'll be me too.
That'll probably be both of us.
Our religion.
I'm gonna be burning a Blackhawks jersey in the back of my house. Just being like,
I'm pretty convinced I'm gonna have Yusuf burning Leaf stuff shortly.
No. You should have seen the message. I have.
Okay, we'll get to this in a second. So back to what I was saying though. So my dad and I were talking about it because like literally all over Toronto radio today, they've been hyping this series up because like I get it. It's the first time in 42 years the Leafs are playing the Montreal
actually have a
Canadiens.
Shot.
Yes, that too.
It's gotten so bad.
Don't jinx it.
Tyler,
Don't jinx
it's
it.
gotten so bad that the Mares have a bet.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Mares,
shit.
like,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh my God, that's great.
Look, I get it. Okay, so like one of our really good friends from high school, Ty.
Minnesota's up 3-0, by the way. 7 minutes left in the first.
I'm getting worried.
Who's in net,
How many more
Leonard or
games
Fleury?
did they drop before they beat them.
I'm imagining. Oh, hold on, it's 2-0. I think they pulled one of the goals back.
Who's in net?
It is the legendary
Fleury.
Marc-Andre Fleury. Dude, all I'm going to tell you is tomorrow you're going to see a picture on Twitter. It's going to have DeBoer with a gun at the back of Fleury's head in the net. I'm telling you, that's what's going to be on. We're going to break it now. That's what's going to happen.
Oh, no. Oh,
Fleury's
no.
agent skipping the sword, going right to the hang.
That is not what we need right now. That is absolutely not what we need right now. But so
Got
yeah, my
DeBoer
dad's been,
engraved on it. Like,
so my dad is like, he's like, yeah, I was at work and like, you know, all over the radio, all over TV, like everything, they're like talking about the series. And I'm like, here's the thing. This legitimately, for the first time in 17 years,
something like that.
2004, is the best shot the Leafs have of getting out of the first round.
No, absolutely.
It's their best shot. If
Dude,
they
this is-
the city of Toronto knows that this is their best shot. All of Canada knows that this is the Leafs' best shot too.
Dude, this is a Canadians team best shot. Let's not even keep it as the Leafs.
Yeah, this is a Canadian team's best shot. The fact that like it is, you know, no matter what happens, a Canadian team will make the Final Four.
When was the last time a
great.
Canadian team was in the finals?
The Stanley Cup Finals?
It's been a while.
Was it literally when they?
No.
Vancouver.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah,
I forgot.
Vancouver,
And they
2011.
burned the city down.
Yes, they did.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so
We're gonna be
like
cooking up a barbecue this time too.
it was so weird because it was Vancouver. Man, I was looking back at past Stanley Cup winners like a while ago, and I'm like, what the fuck were the runner-ups? 2011 was Vancouver, 2007 was Ottawa, 2006 was Edmonton, and then before that, if I remember correctly, we didn't have a Canadian team in the finals say before '93. No, Calgary in 2004. Never mind.
Oh my God, I saw a meme today.
Remind you about 04.
Yeah, Calgary in 04, and then fucking holy shit.
There's
like,
been attempts.
Was that Kiprusoff?
that was the Kiprusoff year. Yep.
Fucking love that man.
Skipper just great man.
Yo,
Great man.
this guy does all the goalies, man.
Dude, I
He's a
told you.
goalie. What do you expect? But what the fuck happened there? Nylander, what are you doing? Okay, anyways.
Oh, I'm not even. We're looking at
Yeah,
different things.
so I told my dad, I'm like, look, this is the best shot the Leafs have of like doing anything right now. But the problem is everybody in the city of Toronto knows they might accidentally fuck it up.
Accidentally?
Yeah.
It's
This
the
team's
Leafs.
cursed, man. This
Just
team's
say they're going
cursed.
to.
This team's fucking cursed.
There's been talks about just selling the team, or moving it, just move it.
Blow it up, man. Do something.
Move it to Hamilton.
They never will.
Hamilton.
Move it to Hamilton. Man, I don't know. What did
Hamilton
okay.
Maple Leafs.
So, Parse,
Yo,
please do me a favor because my phone's not near me right now. Can you pull up our group chat for the podcast and read to Tyler what I said?
Tyler, this is verbatim. Okay,
I'm already excited. If I can get Yusuf to announce his Leafs fanship, I'm gonna be really happy.
Text
Worse.
before that. They are, a lot of pressure is gonna be on Matthews now. The text message, dude. If they lose this somehow, I'm never cheering for the Leafs ever again. Verbatim, bro. Verbatim.
Yes.
I was actually happy reading that.
I genuinely don't know how this team can function.
Yusuf,
I don't. I just don't.
Just love the Red Wings.
I
They love
do.
you. They
Yeah,
want
they
you
love
there.
you. Red Wings love you, and you love the Red Wings.
They do love me.
Perfect.
They do
And
love
And
me.
Matthews is gonna be a Yote someday, so it doesn't matter. Just get over the pain
and
now.
Jack Eichel's gonna be a Red Wing, so it's okay.
Be on the outside. You
Exactly.
can laugh at the Leafs when Matthews goes to Arizona.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Don't be on the inside. You're gonna be upset, and I'm gonna get 1,000 texts.
yeah,
So
probably.
just be on the outside.
Probably. It's like, man,
He looks so sad. Like I feel bad for him.
No, and here's the thing, right? So you know how like my dad's been asking me all these questions about like how the Leafs are looking, and he's like, oh, they have a chance. I'm like, here's the problem with the Toronto Maple Leafs, right? They look good within the division. This is a very good looking team from top to bottom. Like it looks better than it did last year.
For being a bunch of 7-year-olds, yeah, they look really good out there, dude.
Hey, Joe Thornton is 9. Get it right.
Low blow, Tyler.
Dude, they're a young team. No, that's a compliment. They're a young
team. They're a
team.
young team, and Kyle Dubas did what he needed to do to get just some old ass grizzled boomers on the team like Thornton, Simmons, and Spezza to stay.
And the legend Mark.
Fucking Bogo. Yeah, and got them, and like it's worked out. I'm happy that it's worked out. It has worked out in the Canadian division. If this team somehow gets past probably Winnipeg and Montreal, okay, fine, cool, congrats, you are the best team in Canada. That's a given. Okay, you give the Leafs that, right?
Yep. I don't give it to them, but yeah.
Do it again.
They didn't play Boston. It doesn't count.
You know, there's a possibility that they could play in the Stanley Cup final.
Do you understand? I would shit my pants because I know exactly who would win that series, and I can tell you it'd be his Game 7.
Bruins in 7, easy.
Dude,
it's the Bruins in 7.
That wouldn't even be a like.
That wouldn't even be a joke. Yeah,
I wouldn't even watch.
Like,
I would assume.
God, I would literally. Like if traveling is fine by then, by the Stanley Cup. If it's actually Boston, Toronto, or one day if it ever happens again, I'm flying back to Boston to see that.
I'll go.
Screw it. I'll fly. Let's go.
Like, I ain't got nothing better to do.
There we go. Like, as a team, they're fine. And this is fucking, man, every time I bring this up in our group chat for the podcast, I'm like, I swear to God with this team, they are good. Yep. They are not good to handle whatever the fuck is waiting outside of this division. And Anton, I love him to death. But he's like, no, I think they can handle it. Bro, I'm not trusting the Leafs against Colorado.
I'll give you some scenarios here. Let's have some fun for a minute. All right.
I don't like this.
The Leafs make the finals. They do it.
The Stanley Cup finals or Final Four?
No, let's make it Stanley Cup. Let's say the Leafs somehow pull off a fucking miracle.
Okay.
Montreal beat Winnipeg and Colorado.
And
potentially Colorado.
For even more fun, the New York Jets will win the Super Bowl this year, because why not, right? If we're going to have impossible...
Zach Wilson's not doing shit for them, excuse me.
I can't wait to talk football with you guys. It's gonna be
I know, right? I'm ready for the football season.
This is my 18th quarterback savior in the past 10 years. Let me have this, all right? Dude, I want you to understand, I was bullied in school. I went to school
for being a Jets fan? Try being a Lions fan, buddy.
I went to school in Maryland, dude. I had the
that's
Ravens,
true, right?
the
Steelers,
Ravens and the Washington football team. Dude, everyone's giving me shit. And there I was.
Being a Chicago fan in 2005 to 2018, it's like
I wore my Mark Sanchez jersey with proud.
You ever try being a
Mark Sanchez jersey? I had a Geno Smith jersey. I have a fucking Jets Tim Tebow jersey. Yeah.
You have a Jets Tim Tebow jersey?
I've seen some shit, dude.
That's terrible.
We've been through some shit. I got a Sam Darnold jersey because I hate myself.
Well,
so
Sam's cool.
I'm gonna get my Zach Wilson jersey because you know
all right. We'll push the football to later. Jesus Christ.
Let me have this. But you know what, Yusuf? To my point, I'm gonna tie it all in here. I torture myself every fucking football season.
I know you do.
You could support the Detroit Red Wings full time. You can do the Red Wings full time, and you can laugh at the Leafs. You can join me.
Being a Lions fan is tough.
Yeah, being a Lions fan is horrible. Oh my God, I hate it.
Trust me, I'm right there with you, dude.
Look, every time. So I do this thing. Oh, the butt fumble. I forgot about the butt fumble.
Mark Sanchez ate a hot dog on the sideline. Trust me, I have been through it all.
Yep. So what were we talking about before we got distracted? I heard the Lions.
If the Leafs somehow made the finals,
Stanley Cup finals.
Leafs will make the Stanley Cup finals. Jets are going to win the Super Bowl. All right. So if the Leafs make the finals, here are some of the options of who they'll have to play: Vegas, Colorado, Pittsburgh or the Islanders, Boston or Washington, Carolina, Tampa or Florida.
The only team they could realistically beat is Florida. Realistically.
Even then?
Realistically. And it's not, and it's close. The problem is it's close.
If Florida beats Tampa, if
Florida manages to get out of that division,
they're not going to lose.
They're not losing to the Leafs. No fucking way.
Let's be very brutally honest here, because
if Florida gets out of that division alive, they're not losing.
The only
I think look, I've said this for the whole season and I'm sticking to it. The only legitimate threat any team has in the Stanley Cup final is dealing with Colorado or Vegas. If either of those teams are healthy, you're fucked.
I'm actually gonna tip my hat to Carolina here. I think they
Carolina, don't get me wrong. Carolina does play a great two-way. Carolina does play a great two-way, right?
Yeah, and have you seen their goaltender?
Oh yeah, Nedeljkovic is great. Fucking
dude,
Alex Nedeljkovic is amazing. Fucking got that 3-0 shutout, you know?
And he's the only goaltender out pizza the hut.
First of all,
that shit was so funny. That shit was so funny.
Parse, you're gonna love this. So
Toronto beats the Islanders and Toronto beats Washington.
Imagine Toronto beats the Islanders, how mad Long Island is going to be that John Tavares and the Toronto Maple Leafs beat the Islanders.
If Tavares can make it back, let's actually, yeah.
By the way, thoughts go out to John Tavares.
Yeah, absolutely.
Over that injury, that shit's terrifying. That was awful. That hurts.
How bad was it? I can't remember now.
It was pretty bad. I mean,
it's pretty bad. Right now. He's in the hospital right now. Yeah.
Well, so on a lighter note,
his head was bleeding, but yeah, it's pretty bad. Anyways, on a lighter note,
Alex Nedeljkovic.
On a lighter note, Montreal takes game 1.
All right. Well, even better. See, Yusuf just become Detroit. Burn all your shit.
Montreal just took game 1.
Okay.
So this is literally a screenshot I took of last night. Where the fuck? Right? Of Alex Nedeljkovic, right? You ready for this? This is what his bio says on Wikipedia. He's an American professional ice hockey goalie for the Carolina Hurricanes of the National Hockey League. He was selected by the Carolina Hurricanes in the second round of the 2014 entry draft. Nedeljkovic is most known for being the biological father of the entire Nashville Predators organization and is the only known goaltender in NHL history to out-pizza the Hut. Dude's a stud, man.
Dude, I know, like, there was a joke some people brought up that if Florida actually beats the Tampa Bay Lightning, Bobrovsky's Wikipedia page is going to say owner of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Dude, because he has had their number all season.
I mean, weird thing is, like, how about started him the last 2 games? They only started him game 1, so.
Yeah, they only started in game 1. I'm expecting them to start Spencer at least one of these games.
I think they might just dabble with it.
I think they're going to probably think of the idea of throwing in Spencer at some point. But, okay, so let's run this back. Let's run this back for a second. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Tyler, you're going to name me every potential opponent for the Leafs in the Stanley Cup final, and I will give you my honest opinion on each of them against the Leafs.
All right, let's see.
Let's start. Ready?
Let's start with the West. Colorado.
The Leafs are fucked.
Colorado.
Leafs are still fucked.
I'm not even gonna throw. No, all right, I'll throw St. Louis in there. We'll be polite. St. Louis.
I think Leafs have a chance against St. Louis.
But they're not gonna make it.
But they're not gonna make it, so it doesn't matter.
All right,
who cares?
Let's get to some real legends here. Minnesota.
Realistically speaking, I think Toronto has the advantage over them only because they have the scoring depth. Because Minnesota only really has the first 2 lines loaded up, and their defense is, like, at best slightly better than Toronto's.
All I'm gonna say is Matt Dumba.
Matt Dumba's great. Matt Dumba's great.
No.
So now let's go to Vegas. No.
A healthy Vegas, Toronto's got no chance.
Yeah. All right, Penguins.
Are you guys really debating this?
He wants to for some reason. I don't know why.
This is what? Okay, bro, that Tavares hit was nasty.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty. We could just not debate this. The easy answer is Toronto has realistically 0. Yeah, no, that Tavares hit was rough.
Dude,
he leaned back. I was like, that's terrible.
Oh, dude, that was terrifying. Dude,
I was literally like shaken up. I literally had to like walk out of the room for a brief minute.
My sister and I were watching the first period of the game, and when like we saw Tavares down, I'm like, oh shit, John Tavares is hurt. He wasn't moving, so I'm like, oh my god, what happened? So
dude, I literally
we were like watching, and then when he tried getting up and he just like fell backwards, I was like, holy shit! Please tell me he's okay.
I literally had to walk out of the room.
Yeah, I was my sister had to like leave. It was just ugh. But yeah, now realistically speaking, the Leafs they can make it out of the division. That's fine. After that, the only way they could possibly do anything is if they have a health advantage over any of the teams, because that does make a bit of a difference. See Dallas making the finals last year when they really shouldn't have.
Yeah,
right. It's just because Colorado and Vegas were hurt the whole way. So
absolutely,
makes sense. But yeah, it's like honestly, even against Carolina can beat the Leafs. In a 7-game series, Carolina wins.
Carolina could beat a lot of teams.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced they're not winning the cup.
The scary, I know that's the problem is I want to say it might be Carolina's year. It might actually be Carolina's year.
I need Carolina to lose to Nashville, and I need like the owner of Carolina.
You only need that because you fucking live in Nashville.
I also need Rod Brendamore to go like get told to go suck a dick because I want him to leave and then come to New York and be happy with life, and we can have a very happy life. Him and Lafreniere could be best friends.
Look at him just talking about his priorities and just the Rangers.
Regardless, they're gonna. Now, I honestly have Carolina in the cup. Like I have them going for the whole.
I think they can do it. And the interesting thing, it's one step at a time. The other thing I'm noticing a lot with these playoffs this year is goaltending is a big deal. It always is.
Wow, it's like I've been preaching this for years, man. Like,
shut up. It's not like I heard you say this every other week when we were in school.
Oh my God, it's clicking with you.
No, it took 4 years.
Carolina has it.
And then the interesting thing, you look at, like, I think Tyler and I discussed this a few weeks ago in like one of our Facebook chats, but like, you look at how teams are rolling out their goalies. Okay, so you look at Toronto, they've got 3. Freddie, Jack Campbell, who is their bona fide starter at this point, and David Riddick. Right? You look at a team like Tampa, defending Cup champs. Who the fuck is their backup right now? Is it still McElhinney?
So, I think, but once again, as I've talked to Yusuf about this a lot, I think the league is going to start going in the direction of not having the guy in goal anymore. I think
it's going to be a 1A, 1B. Okay.
It's going to you have to.
It's
going back to that tandem system.
And I think in Carolina,
which by the way won the Islanders 4 cups. Like let's not forget
exactly,
that.
yeah. So and the thing is, like Vegas is rolling out 1A, 1B. It's Fleury Leonard, right? Florida and Carolina, I think, are the 2 best examples I can look at right now in these playoffs that are like an actual tandem because they're not rotating 2, they're rotating 3.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. I mean, Carolina rotating Nedeljkovic, Mrazek, and fucking James Reimer.
Yeah, I mean, and
making that work.
Even
though I think Reimer's hurt right now.
The Islanders have a nice duo.
Sorokin, Varlamov, yeah.
That's beautiful. And then I mean, I'm not going to talk about Capitals because their goaltending is not what's getting them anywhere.
So I want to wrap this up. I want to wrap this up soon because I know sleeping is an important thing in life.
Yep.
It's like 10:30, but there are some teams.
Here.
That must be nice. You look at a team like Washington.
Yep.
I don't see them winning this series.
I don't see them making it out of the first round. Yeah.
Not even a question.
The only reason I bring it up is because so many people are like, "Oh, don't worry, Ovi's going to go God mode and he's going to score a lot of goals."
Ovi hasn't scored in overtime.
Ovi doesn't want to score goals in the playoffs. He wants to score goals
in the regular season.
All I'm going to say is, so I was telling you this, like growing up, I went to a lot of Caps games. We lived in the area. I never rooted for him. But dude, I remember this. His whole, young Ovechkin would not do anything, but he would like glide around. He would wait for the puck to leave the defensive zone. He'd be up in the offensive zone, go to the little circle, camp, and then hide back in the neutral. He wouldn't even go into the defensive zone. He would hang out in the neutral zone.
Alexander Ovechkin honestly has fucking Kobe mentality when it comes to that shit.
One coach got him to break that, and it was Barry Trotz, and they won the cup.
Yeah. And then what did Trotz do? Dipped.
Well, no, because they wouldn't pay him.
I know. That's the wildest part.
But, dude, he's going back to it. He's doing the exact thing he used to do under Peter Laviolette. And it's like, dude, you're all right, cool. Like, you're just not going to win again.
No.
Like, except that you're going to get – he got his cup. He doesn't care anymore.
He doesn't care.
All he wants now is that the goals record. That's all he cares about right now.
Which is cool, but, like, you also have to perform in the playoffs. But what do I know?
But I mean, hey, it's regular season goals, not playoff goals. So
I mean, you would think, but
but tomato, tomato. The thing is though, is like there are a lot of teams I look at this year in the playoffs that I think are starting to be on their like last legs of being a playoff team, and we're gonna start to see it dwindle down very soon, like in the next 2 years, maybe.
Did Yusuf die?
Oh, did I die? Hello? Uh-oh. Hello? Can you hear me now?
We can hear you now. You got to restart all that. We thought you died. Did the Leafs losing just cut power there?
Yeah, it did. Parse, did you lose power? No, I used to. Oh, shit, he froze. Technical difficulties.
But, did like the city just burn down? Like, what's going on, guys?
Tyler's rude.
If this team loses this series, the city might actually just burn down.
Dude,
It might.
I am like the nicest person I'll meet in person. I just love to make Yusuf upset. I don't know what the hell it is. Yusuf just brings out the worst in me.
I do. I really do. It's an interesting friendship we have. But what I was saying was there are a lot of teams I'm looking at the playoffs right now that look like they're going to be on their last legs of being actual playoff teams before you start to see it dwindle. I think Washington is definitely one of them. The Bruins, I don't know how much longer they can be rolling dice on this shit.
I was actually thinking about this. After watching their rookie goalie Swayman, I don't think their window's as close as I thought. I'll be honest.
The Bruins or the Caps?
Bruins, no, Capitals are fucked.
That's because
the Capitals are absolutely fucked. Let's not even kid.
Bruins have a nice way of asking their guys specifically, what is it that you guys don't want to do? And they all reply the same way. I don't want to play defense.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, no problem. We'll just go draft a young goalie and give him the reins. Say, here you go. Do what
he does all the work. Brad.
When Tim Thomas was done and they got Rask, man, they're gonna do this rinse and repeat.
Hey, Marchand. Hey, how you feeling today? What do you want to do? You want to tickle somebody? What do you mean tickle? You want to take your glove off and actually okay?
Dude, 2 words for
Go
you.
ahead.
Charlie McAvoy.
Oh,
they're fine.
They're fine. Disgusting. That kid.
They're fine.
Disgusting.
Whatever happens, and even then, their core, like, dude, I kept thinking their core was ancient. I'm like, dude, Marchand's got to be like 90 by now. He's 33.
He's only 33.
I think he's only 33.
I thought it was like 35, actually. 36. Oh wow.
He's 33.
I know Bergeron's. I think like
6 years, man.
Bergeron's. I think 35.
By the time they get to the 6th year, they're gonna have more forwards and more defensemen.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be like
to just rein in again.
And dude, really their defense is all young. All their defensemen are under 25.
Oh, that's
Boston's
nice.
really good
that's
at what they
really
do.
nice.
Yeah, dude, they're not as fucked as I thought. Like, seriously.
No, they're on a better path then. The only thing
now Washington, who's the oldest team in the league and has traded all of their young talent, they're fucked. They're actually
it doesn't look pretty for Washington. But I don't know.
The Islanders are also not in a good boat. They had a short term. They literally like just wrapped the pipe and were like, "All right, it's gonna be fine." Now it's leaking again.
Montreal is one of those teams as well where they didn't adapt when they needed to, and they're gonna start to see the
Here's my thoughts on Montreal. Montreal
should trade Price to the Avalanche.
Trade Price to the Avalanche.
This feels familiar. Maybe not.
Patrick Waugh.
You realize he's going to win a cup. He's going to win a cup if they do that.
He'll win too.
He'll win too. He'll win too. He'll win Conn Smythe for the fucking second one. And coincidentally that year, the Avalanche are going to get some 40-year-old legendary defenseman and who's never won a cup, and then he's gonna fucking raise it like fucking Raymond Bourque did. And it's not gonna be fucking shut up. Apparently he wants
It's gonna be fucking Jack Johnson. I'm having a good time.
I hate this. But no, like Montreal, how do I put this? They have some really good young pieces. Nick Suzuki, Kakaniemi, Cole Caulfield.
They do, and they keep benching them for no reason.
Who the fuck is their goalie prospect? Is it Primo?
Oh, yeah.
Is it Caden?
Yeah. But dude, that's the thing.
Like, why is he not playing?
Because they have this $10 million that they can't just sit on the bench.
Back to the problem.
I've been telling you.
I'm not trying to contradict what I said earlier. I'm just saying.
I know, but
that's in that position of they didn't adapt.
Dude,
they should have adapted.
They have a lot of young
They're
stuff.
gonna feel the consequences when all their guys want to leave and they can't make the playoffs.
They have a lot of young stuff. They need to just get. They just need to do. They need to commit to the rebuild. They just need to do it.
They need to.
I wasn't even sure they're gonna make the playoffs this year.
Dude.
I'm shocked they did. No.
They lucked out, dude. There are teams that have better records that didn't make the playoffs. It was just
they have more. They have Montreal has less wins than the Flames do, and they made the playoffs.
Yep.
God damn.
I don't know how this system makes sense, but
dude, Dallas and New York had more points than them, and
Dallas didn't make playoffs. One thing I do want to bring up though, I guess now that we're actually going to wrap this up because the fucking Leafs game's over as well, so I can calm down a bit.
Go burn a shit. Yeah.
Actually, I'm about to go fucking play Smash Bros or something. Just relax my mind,
Burn a couple jerseys.
That too.
Play Smash Bros to relax your mind, Yusuf. Jesus, man.
Yeah, of course. Be like obviously it's playoffs right now, so we can't talk about anything. I really wish, I genuinely do wish Ottawa was in the playoffs this year. Not for the sake that they'll do well, but they looked so much better this year.
Oh yeah, I love Ottawa. You can't hate Ottawa.
You can't. They looked great. And don't worry, in 2026, your Stanley Cup champions will be the Detroit Red Wings. No, they probably won't. They'll be back in the playoffs in a couple years. Same with the Blackhawks.
Takes time to grow it up. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
patient as well with the team. This is the first time they haven't made the playoffs in a long time, actually.
No.
And
You get used to it.
Yeah, exactly. You get used to it. It's
I'm gonna
been
have to
5
get
years
used
for me
to it
right now. So
for, I guess the next 2 years, yeah.
Three years maybe.
Hey, at least you didn't fire your GM and president who are doing a very successful rebuild for no reason. So
Yeah, well, Chicago's not retarded. So.
I have 5 words for both of you. Since you're talking about the Rangers, I have 5 words. Ready?
Yep.
At least you're not Buffalo.
Actually,
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
At least you're not
honestly, I know why they did it. It's because Chris Drury, he keeps getting calls to come get a job, and they didn't want to lose him, so they had to promote him.
It makes sense.
That's literally what it was. Like,
but
there's all these other rumors. It's like, no, they didn't want to lose Chris Drury because the Penguins wanted him, and he agreed to stay.
But at least with the Rangers, from a team perspective, just on paper, roster perspective, they're in okay shape.
I mean, they're in not bad shape at all. They just need.
No.
I like David Quinn, but I actually think we need a better coach. So I think we're actually I think we'll right the ship. And when the Penguins lose and fire Mike Sullivan, life will be okay. Or when Gerard Gallant just gets behind the bench.
No, because Gerard Gallant is probably going to be picked up by Seattle.
We already had our interview with him.
You can't say no to an expansion team. Look what happened to Vegas. You can't say no. Oh wait, then again, Gerard.
Rumor has it they really like Torts.
Seattle?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a good spot to leave it off at.
Torts isn't.
I'm fine if Gerard Gallant or Rick Tocchet. Those are the two guys.
Tocchet would be nice.
I think Tocchet would do really well with the Rangers.
Yeah, what's exciting about these playoffs right now? I guess just as we wrap this, now we're actually wrapping it up. Jesus Christ! After fucking laughing the whole way through about the Toronto Maple Leafs, as normally things go when I host anything here, it's nice that we're seeing teams like Minnesota in the playoffs. Like, I'm really happy they
absolutely.
clawed
it's nice
their
to
way
see
through.
some fresh faces.
Yeah, not to mention, like, I say clawed when realistically they had 15-point difference up on St. Louis in the standings to secure third place. Like,
oh yeah,
good for them, man. Like, they were looking good. Ottawa, I think, finished 6th in the division in Canada.
Yep,
which better than expected. The Blackhawks and Red Wings are both better than they were expected this year, right? Yeah, we're seeing some teams on the downturn, but it's nice. We're starting to see actual competition in the league again.
Oh, absolutely. Which the more competitive, the better it is.
Exactly,
and views and the more money.
And the more money, and
exactly.
For every year the Leafs don't win the cup, it just keeps getting better and better.
Yep, and
we just need to make sure they never win at this point.
Absolutely. And for the spinoff of the spinoff, we're going to call it Up the Courts, and the New York Knicks are going to win the fucking
NBA okay. Hold on.
We're not
talking about basketball here. Not now. That's on next episode. That is a later episode. Jesus Christ.
On that note, tonight.
On that note, shut up or I will mute all of you. Jesus Christ. It's too late that night for this, man.
Let's go Knicks.
On that night, shut up, Tyler. Next week. We'll have a revenge. On that note, this has been Up the Boards. The playoffs are fun. Please go check out the playoffs, the NHL playoffs this year. They are very, very entertaining. It's really, really good this year. If you're not a fan of hockey, this might help you get into hockey. I'm serious. These are very good games going on.
Oh, yeah.
On that note,
I got it.
Exactly. On that note, I am Yusuf.
I'm Parse.
I'm Tyler.
Well, fucking
cause more chaos.
Tune in next time when we crucify Tyler.
Oh, hey.
I can't wait to talk about the Knicks and just the NBA.
Stop. Okay, I'm stopping the episode.